Hi, I'm Chef Michele Wilson and welcome to Real Food for the Soul. Today we're going to explore a different region of food. We're going to touch on the Caribbean islands. Jamaica happens to be one of my favorite places and I've always been in love with Caribbean food. Caribbean people tend to cook a lot of items that are native to their region, so they use lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. And today we're going to start with a honey tamarind ginger sauce. We're going to start by adding tamarind nectar to our pot. And then to this, we're going to add the honey. Now, once you've done this, you actually want to cook this and let it reduce till it gets about a third less than its original volume. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Once that happens, you're going to add some grated ginger. Fresh ginger or the minced jarred ginger will be fine. This is a wonderful sauce, and try it on chicken wings and then glaze it. It's wonderful. Going to add some dry jerk seasoning. And if you can't find jerk seasoning in your regular grocery store, try going to a Caribbean store. We're going to add a little bit of soy sauce. Also, if you want it a little bit sweeter, feel free to add a little bit more honey. And then we have a little slurry of cornstarch and water mixed up here. And once this gets boiling, we are going to add a little bit of this just to help it thicken up a little bit. You won't really know how thick it'll get until it starts to boil. So we'll turn this down, let it simmer actually, and let this simmer until it gets thick. Then we are going to start on a wonderful dish that will go with this sauce. We're going to make coconut prawns. So let's start on our coconut prawns. So I'm using white prawns because they're easy to clean and I like the size of them. So in here I have the flour, the baking powder, and an egg, and we're going to add beer to it. We're going to mix this all together, and the idea is that we create this batter, and then we're going to put our shrimp in the batter first, and then we're going to dredge them in the flour, coconut, and seasoning mixture on this side. So we're going to do a little double-handed dipping today. It's a little bit messy, but that's the whole point of cooking. Cooking is fun when you get to use your hands. So we have our batter, and the bubbles will calm down a little bit. We're going to put the shrimp in here first. Did you know that the Indians were the first to inhabit the Caribbean islands? And they actually were the first to cook meats on thin pieces of green wood, very slowly, like jerk chicken. And that style of cooking was called, actually the grate was called a barbacoa, which is where we get the term barbecue from today. So as I'm putting the shrimp in here, I'm pressing down on it so that the coconut sticks to it. I'm going to do one more, and I like to leave the tips on the prawn. It makes it easier to handle when you're dredging it in this mixture, and it also helps it to look better when you plate it. I don't like a really thick batter either. Now you want to have your oil heating up while you're doing this. We're going to go ahead and drop our prawns into the oil. And we're going to let them cook until they get golden brown. So our shrimp are golden brown. It's about 2 to 3 minutes each side. You want to flip them over a little bit. I'm going to take them out of the oil and drain them on paper towels, or even a paper bag is really good. Now I know they're delicious and you want to bite into them right away, but be careful, they're hot, so just wait a minute. Now, you know people eat with their eyes first, so I'm serving it in a fresh coconut half that I just cut the coconut in half and drained the juice out of with some mango salsa and our wonderful honey tamarind ginger sauce. I'm going to put the rest of the prawns right here inside the coconut. Let me show you what that looks like with this wonderful homemade salsa. Now, if this doesn't take you back to the islands, I don't know what will. Honey ginger tamarind sauce, mango salsa, and fresh coconut prawns. Looks like vacation, doesn't it?